to the Tarot Cottage. My name is Amy. I'm back again today with a pick a card reading for you. And I just want to say welcome back to my beautiful subscribers. Thank you for being here with me. Thank you for supporting me and each other in the comment section. You guys are incredible, and I'm so blessed to have you a part of this journey with me. And if you are finding yourself here for the very first time, we would like to welcome you to this space with open arms. We are a space of light and love. I do pick a card readings on this channel. So please pull up a chair, grab yourself a cup of tea and some snacks, and we'll have a bit of a chit chat because we're all friends when we gather at my table. So today's pick a card reading, we are looking at 1 year from today. So this is a timeless video. Whenever you are clicking on this video, it doesn't really matter, but 1 year from this point, what's going to be happening in your life, your love, your career, what's going on 1 year from today. I have 3 piles for you to choose from. We have pile number 1 with the whale spirit and the yellowish orangey butterfly. Pile number 2 with the panther spirit and the red butterfly. And pile number 3 with the frog spirit and the purple butterfly. So whichever animal or pile or butterfly is calling out to you, perhaps multiple piles will be calling out to you. There may be a message waiting for you from spirit today. I'm going to jump right into pile number 1. Again, we're looking at 1 year from today, what's going to be happening in your life, what changes, blessings in your love life, your career. What does spirit see coming for you 1 year from today? Pile 1. Hello, pile number 1, everyone who is drawn to this little yellow butterfly. Or perhaps you were drawn to the whale spirit here. But either way, this is your reading. What's going to be going on in your life, your love, your career? What changes do spirits see coming into your life 1 year from today? So the whale talks about flow and going with that flow. And sometimes it talks about speaking up when we're required to, or expressing ourselves when we feel like we really need to. So some of you may be experiencing breaking free from something 1 year from today, but you're being encouraged to kind of go with that flow, allow the energy to ebb in and out, and see what changes come about with this spirit. So we'll see how it coincides with your reading, with your message. I'm using this unicorn tarot for you. It's a really cute little deck that I just got recently. So 1 year from today, Spirit, what do you see for pile number 1? What changes are coming in for pile 1 year from today? We have the 2 of Pentacles here to start out your reading. 1 year from today, the 2 of Pentacles, it's all about balance and juggling and choices. And again, with the flow, you can see in the background of this card, you know, the highs and lows of life here, and having to juggle those highs and lows and going with the flow. So perhaps big changes coming about for you in a year from now. 1 year from today, Spirit. The 9 of Wands. The King of Wands. And the 8 of Swords. Back of the deck is already the 8 of Cups. So like I said, there are a lot of big changes coming in for you. And for many of you, I feel like it's career centered in many ways. There could be a shift of you walking away from something that maybe isn't fulfilling you emotionally here with the 8 of Cups at the back of deck. But let's keep going and get some clarity with this spread. To clarify the 2 of Pentacles, please, Spirit, a year from today. The Knight of Cups. The 3 of Cups. The Queen of Cups. And we have the 2 of Wands underneath that 8 of Swords. Back of the deck is this King of Cups on the back of the deck. And we have the High Priestess as an underlying energy for that back of deck. So the King of Cups is about abundance, emotional abundance. And in the back of this card, you can see that sailboat And I don't know if you guys can even see that, if it's focusing enough to see that sailboat. And I feel like there are some movements, some changes coming in for you 1 year from today. And some of you almost feel that coming. Like it's not going to be sprung about, this change. It's something that you've been thinking about, perhaps planning for. Maybe you're hesitating, you're hemming and hawing about it right now. But this High Priestess is sitting on some information. And there's the Ten of Cups. And what she is really hoping for is this abundance of happiness, this abundance of emotional security and abundance. But what we're seeing over here is perhaps a hesitation to move into what I know to be a good move for me, because maybe I'm really comfortable where I'm sitting, especially when it comes to career. For some of you, perhaps you're really comfortable in your place of employment or wherever you've been working, and you know it's not really for you. You have your heart and your passions elsewhere, and you know that's true, but you also have formed a lot of important connections there, some really deep friendships. For some of you, you may have even met your significant other at this at this place of employment. That's not for everybody, but you have developed a lot of deep connections there. And so it's this bittersweetness to move away from that which is comfortable, even though we feel the restlessness building up inside of us with this Nine of Wands. We have more inside of us to offer with this King of Wands and the Queen of Cups. It's just for some of you, there is an entrepreneur living and lurking deep inside that just is screaming to get out, but you don't see the forest through the trees. You don't see how to take what you really love doing, what really makes you happy and passionate, and you don't see how you can turn that into something fruitful for yourself so that you can be abundant, but also be emotionally fulfilled. But this Eight of Swords in the future position with the Two of Wands is showing that the only thing holding you back is this perception of lack within yourself. The Eight of Swords talks about this self-imposed confinement that we put ourselves in. It's a mental struggle. It's the fear of failure. It's the fear of rejection. It's always based on something lesser than love, which is, love is the only truth in the world. And so when we're stuck in this mindset that we can't do, even though the King of Wands is here pushing us, trying to push us out of it, it really hesitates. It really creates more of a frustration inside of us. It creates a stagnancy. And that's why the whale, I feel, came out for you, group one, was because of the flow, the going with the flow, and understanding that, it's okay to let some things fall away in order for brand new beginnings to come about. There are other connections to be made. There are other experiences to be had and more wisdom to be gained. There is a hesitation, but it's almost a hopeful hesitation. Like there's so much hope wrapped up in this spread right now. I'm going to get a little bit of clarity here. What is coming up 1 year from today, please, Spirit? Let's clarify. The strength, we have Leo energy very strong. Let's try to clarify that King of Wands, and we have Leo coming out. So some of you may be a Leo, and it is about taming that fear, the insecurities inside of ourselves, and to embody what it is we want to do, to remove the tethers that we think are there. What's coming up 1 year from you? Clarifying the Two of Wands, please. The Magician. Some of you are conjuring up something brand new. Some of you are wanting to branch out into brand new avenues, creating your own income, creating your own future through all of the power that you wield over your elements here. For some of you, you may even be going into communication in some way. But there is still a profound fear of failure. What's coming up in a year, please, Spirit? Leveling up, ascension, and clarity coming in for you. A year from today, you will have started the process or pushed through some of this energy of the Eight of Swords, you will have started to ascend. It's about leadership, taking responsibility for my roles. For some of you, you will be, again, moving away from your career that you're currently in. And I do feel like it's a complete career shift almost for some of you. And starting something all on your own. Following your passions. The Chariot, the Queen of Wands with the King of Swords. And it's like with this Magician at the helm of all of this very powerful energy, we have the Four of Swords on the back of the deck. This is something you are manifesting right now. This is something that you are creating presently for the future. You are manifesting all of this change. Perhaps because you're starting to feel overwhelmed, maybe underappreciated, maybe overworked. Maybe you feel like you're juggling too much. Maybe you want to slow down and move away from all of that into something more simplistic. Shifting away from something corporate into something more holistic. But this Magician is you manifesting all of this change. For some of you, again, here's the King and Queen of Wands. Both very much entrepreneur spirits, especially this King of Swords alongside. Communications, as I said, with that King of Swords. Speaking, perhaps, for some of you. Big changes there. Let's clarify that Three of Cups, please, Spirit. 1 year from today. Some of you are walking away from a career in order to, again, move into a slower life and move into motherhood. Again, that message isn't for everybody. Going with the flow, though. Some of you are, because we do have Eight of Cups, Ace of Cups. So you're walking away from some sort of corporate career because you're starting a new emotional journey. And it has to do with children. Always remember that I am dealing with collective energy, so lots of information is flowing in and out. So this is obviously not for everyone, but for some of you, you are actually moving away from your career and towards a focus on creating a family or abundance in that way, a new emotional beginning. And I feel very strongly it's having to do with children. But let's get some oracle cards for you. 1 year from today, please, Spirit. What is coming in 1 year from today? Prosperity. Your material needs are provided as you follow your intuition and manifest your dreams into reality. You're manifesting right now. That's what the Magician was all about. Manifesting what you want through your thoughts, feelings, and intentions. And all of that will start to come to a head 1 year from today. So what you're doing right now, what you are dreaming up, conjuring up, these ideas maybe inside to start something new, something of your own. It's very divinely guided. It will lead to this beautiful cornucopia of prosperity. There is hesitation maybe. We have sensitivity. You're extra sensitive to energies and emotions right now. Honor yourself and your feelings. And as I said, you know, this prosperity message, it's coming in twofold in a financial sense for some of you, but for others with this sensitivity card, it's about emotional abundance. It's the path to that motherhood that we were talking about. Again, I know that's a specific message for everyone, for people, and it's not that everyone is seeking that, but for those of you who are, you know that that message is for you, and this is talking about that you could be actively trying to get to that point in your life right now, and that's why you're feeling this extra sensitivity, that Knight of Cups, feeling very vulnerable in the offer or in the hopefulness of their offer coming in. Brilliant idea is on the back of the deck. So those of you, again, jumping back and forth here, Spirit is coming at me like Spitfire. It's like I'm jumping back and forth. For those of you with that idea, this idea to start a new business, to write that book or write a screenplay or start some sort of YouTube channel, go for it. It's a wonderful idea. It's part of your ascension. It's part of that Hierophant that we saw earlier. One year from today, what changes coming in? We have the Toad. The Toad talks about humor, grotesque humor sometimes, maybe dark humor a little bit. transformation as well. Again, the transformation. We also have the future. I thought that was a double card, but it's not. The Octavia E. Butler, the future. Not knowing what's coming. But that card promises, and we have vision on the back of the deck, holding that vision. Focusing on the future, using our time in the present to really manifest that future. And I feel like you guys are really doing that. You're really putting into action the steps needed to create the movement. The only thing that will be holding you back 1 year from today is insecurities here with that Eight of Swords. But I do feel like your passion and your emotional attachment to the project will be able to push you through those restrictions or those fears. Again, always remember I'm switching back and forth through these messages. 1 year from today. We have joy. Lots of happiness to be had for you. Perhaps that is a name that you can resonate with, the actual name of joy. But happiness. On track towards happiness. Following your passions, which will lead to ultimate joy in the present. But there's the bittersweet card. Like I said, for some of you, especially those of you who are moving out away from your career towards a family, towards motherhood, there's this bittersweet aspect to it. You know, there's this sense of like leaving behind people that I really, really care about. But it's something that it's a goal that I've had for a while, or it's something that I know is my path. And so there's no stopping it, but it is something you're a sentimental being perhaps here. You're in a very sensitive state right now. We have orphaned. Oh, and I feel like this is attached to the, you know, leaving behind something familiar, feeling alone out in the world now for the first time, like feeling set apart from something that I was really comfortable in, a position that I was really comfortable in. I'm now out in the cold. But it's because you're going through a profound transformation. And we have the Yang card as well. And that Yang card perfectly sums up that King of Wands. It's the divine masculine. It's the intention. It's the thought that leads to all action. It's the divine ideas that build up the foundation towards success. This year right now, leading to a year from now, you are building this foundation towards something bigger. And it's all because of an idea that you have, or something that springs from you. So whether that be an idea towards a new career, or whether that be towards motherhood, whatever the shift is, it's something good, it's something positive. And there is change, and it can be a little scary because change is in that way. But it's how we respond to the change that defines us, that defines the future. And the High Priestess here is to remind us with that Ten of Cups that you don't have to see the forest through the trees to know that there's that beautiful happiness waiting for you here, and there's beautiful hope and happiness a year from now. Lots of emotional happiness for you, group number 1. All right, that is what I have for you today. I'm going to get you a charm bowl here to end the reading. A year from today, group number 1. Let's see what's going to be happening in the bowl. Whoops. The Lovers, the Ace of Swords, and the Five of Wands. So decisions, choices to be made here with the Lovers. We have the Five of Wands and the Ace of Swords. Five of Wands is really reflecting on perhaps competition or concerns about those competitions and the obstacles. Sometimes we allow fear of competition to stop us, to halt us from even making choices or plunging into new ideas or following through with our plans. But this Ace of Swords is here to clear the air, to clear the mind for us, to ask us to look at things logically and to really signify that fresh new start, that new beginning for us. A year from now, group 1 from the charm rule. Okay, so we have a little S here. We have Pineapple, the symbol of friendship and homecoming and reunion. So perhaps some reunions with some friends a year from now. We have France and Paris, the Eiffel Tower. We have the fawn in the bowl. I always think of a student. So maybe somebody's going to school in France. We have the Ten of Swords with this little fish here, Pisces energy. I really think about somebody who maybe has come to a point where they're at the end of their tether and really need to formulate a new plan of action to continue. So maybe you've been disappointed by a situation, perhaps at work, or on your disappointed in how quickly you are realizing a goal, perhaps even. And this fish just reminds us that we can formulate new plans of action for ourselves. We have the hatchet because you're leaving some things behind. The whale tail, going with the flow. We started with the whale. We have the beautiful Aquarius star as well. And we have this beautiful little dress. I always think of someone who really cares about their appearance when I see that dress. Perhaps some of you are being divinely guided to write about, speak about, create fashion in some way. We have the Wheel of Fortune as well in the bowl. Changes upon you. Sudden turns of events in your situation, especially 1 year from today. All right, group number 1, that is what I have for you. This is what is coming in for you in a year from today. Spirit will be walking with you in whatever choices, decisions you have to make. If this resonated with your situation, I would love to hear about it in the comment section. I would love for you to subscribe to this channel, hit the notification bell, the like button. You can check out my links to Etsy and Instagram below, but I really hope that you come back and visit me here on another day at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a great day. Take care. Hello everybody in group number 2, all of you who are drawn to this pretty red butterfly. I'll put that one over here. Or perhaps to this panther spirit. But this is your reading. A year from today, what changes are going to be coming in for you in love, career? Let's see what Spirit has to say is coming in. And when I saw the panther, I just kept thinking they're primed for change. They're primed and ready and waiting for change. You could be manifesting change in your life right now. There's a bit of a danger. Perhaps some of you don't like the idea of not knowing what's coming in the future, but let's take a look at your tarot and see what's coming in for you. So what's coming in for group 2 in a year from today? This is a timeless reading, so whenever you fall upon this reading, find yourself on this reading, it doesn't really matter what the date this was recorded. It's a year from whenever you are watching it. What changes are coming in? What will be going on in a year from today? We have the 7 of Cups coming out for you as your first card. 7 of Cups with a year from today. What's happening for group 2? The Queen of Cups. The Queen of Pentacles. And we have the World. My goodness. Back of the deck is the 5 of Wands so far, but let's clarify that 7 of Cups, please. A year from today, what changes? What's going to be happening for group number 2? The Tower. Clarifying the Queen of Cups. The 3 of Swords. Clarifying the Queen of Pentacles. The Knight of Swords. And clarifying the World. The Ace of Swords. Back of the deck is the Temperance card here. And we have the 8 of Pentacles. So there is this message coming through for you, group 2. And when I saw the Temperance card, this too shall pass came through my mind. And there is this message coming through that 1 year from now, there could be some major shakeups coming in your life. Some changes coming in, because we are starting here with the Tower energy and the 7 of Cups. It shows perhaps a lot of options for you, perhaps sudden changes in your situation. And we have this 3 of Swords, and I do want to get some clarity on some of these cards as I go. It shows that some of this Tower energy, which is chaotic change, sometimes it's sometimes feared, you know, we fear change in general. So this change that's coming in, it feels chaotic. It does lead to a little bit of sadness here with the Three of Swords. So let's get a little bit of clarity there. What is the change? What is that Tower about, Spirit, 1 year from today? Always understand that I'm dealing with collective energy. So if you are not resonating with the message, you can try a different pile or a different reading. Lots of energies are tuning in. What is the Tower about, Spirit? Queen of Swords. It's like a clarity coming in. It's an epiphany that's going to test your strength, perhaps. And I just saw the Eight of Swords and the Three of Wands, but they didn't fall out. It has to do with your home life for some of you. Here, Four of Pentacles. Has to do with home life. This Tower moment. Going to lead to a little bit of emotional unhappiness, and it's going to lead to a little bit of instability for you when it comes to your emotional state. A little bit of confusion. But it's also going to lead for some of you to some very fresh starts as well. And there's also this message that's saying that, like, part of you will not really be surprised, and part of you, and it's a strange message coming through, but this tumultuous event that seems to be coming in surrounding the family unit, perhaps for some of you, or the home, this epiphany will lead to sadness, but at the same time, it's almost like a bittersweetness in a sense, because it's almost like, for some of you, it's this it's like, and it's I don't want to even say it. It sounds terrible, but it's like your chance to get out. And I don't know if that makes any sense to somebody out there, but it's your chance. And as much as it brings about profound sadness initially, it starts to shift as an opportunity for movement for you, as an opportunity, and it will still, you'll still maintain your stability in a financial sense. That's something that Spirit really wants to make sure that you are well aware of. Financially speaking, you feel okay. You're okay in that sense, but it is this, you see it as an opportunity for movement. It shifts in your mind. Your perspective shifts. And that's what this Tower sometimes represents too, is epiphanies about our home, about our situation. It's us finally being truthful enough with ourselves to take the masks off and speak the truth to ourselves. So for some of you, you are actually at the helm of this Tower moment. It's your epiphany of thought that's creating this movement for you. And the epiphany that maybe you're unsettled or you're not happy where you're sitting, perhaps brings you a little bit of emotional sadness because there's a lot to address. For some of you, there is motherhood involved. Take that as it resonates. Financial interminglings as well. But this is like an opportunity for movement. And on the other side of it is this World card, which is success. And that beautiful promise, again, with the Temperance, that with time, all things come to, you know, a head and they will pass. This too shall pass. The Ace of Swords is that fresh start, that new beginning. Again, that perhaps some of you have been lying in wait for a while. It is a time of challenges, perhaps, with the Eight of Pentacles. And profound change here, Wheel of Fortune. Movement. But the Wheel of Fortune does signify change that is written in our chart. That is something that is for our own ascension. So let's clarify that World card, please, Spirit. 1 year from today. We have the Eight of Pentacles. For many of you, there's going to be changes in work as well. You work perhaps in the justice field. Ace of Swords, yeah, brand new starts. It's like for some of you, you may even go back to school to create an entirely new career for yourselves, to create an even more profound brand new start for yourself. Brand new beginnings. Let's get some, take these away and get some oracle for you. Changes coming in. Group 2, please, Spirit. 1 year from today. We have wisdom. So again, that motherhood theme coming through with this card, with her belly being that beautiful world. It's about change. It's about the wisdom to know if I'm blooming where I'm planted or not. And that's what I'm, and again, it won't resonate for everyone, but the wisdom to know when change is needed. It's like these remind me of tumbleweeds. Tumbleweeds go when the wind blows. Having faith even when the path is scary. During this tower moment, having faith that the dust will settle and the chaos will subside, and that sometimes we have to shake things up to create these new movements, this victory at the end of the day. We have the abundance card on the back of the deck to remind us about perspective and how important it is to maintain our perspective in the present moment instead of being thrust in the past. And you know, a perfect example of that is yesterday I actually got hit in front of my kids' school. Some guy T-boned me a little bit and he wrecked our front tire. And I've been thinking about it over and over. It's like I can't shake it. I still have this anxiety over it, even though the moment has passed, even though, you know, we're getting it settled. It's still this moment of anxiety, and it's about perspective. I have to choose which perspective I want to take. Do I want to lament the fact that we have this vehicle issue now, or do I want to focus on the fact that I'm okay, everyone's okay, and that we're settling the issue? So it is about perspective. 1 year from today. Changes 1 year from today. The chopped wood card. And we have that Eight of Pentacles. It's about putting in work towards your new beginning. This fresh start. Having the courage to be honest with ourselves during the process as well. Because sometimes that's the biggest hurdle, is to have the courage to be honest. You can even see this Knight of Swords. He's shoving the truth down that goose's throat, even though it's scary. He's forcing movement in his situation, even though it may be scary, because it's a necessary change. We have exchanging gifts. There is this difficult, and sometimes people get mad when I have this message because it talks about, you know, seeing the opportunity in every situation to gain from that opportunity, you know, to gain from it, the wisdom we can gain from these disappointments perhaps that we might be experiencing leading up to this huge change a year from now. We have the Yin card at the back of the deck, dealing with divine feminine energy. And that's a beautiful card from Spirit that just reminds you that if you do resonate with the divine feminine, that you are this beautiful chalice, and they just want you to expect beautiful things and expect abundance in the future on the other side of that chaos, because you deserve it. 1 year from now, what changes and blessings are coming in? Changes coming in a year from now. Prosperity. Prosperity, we have the Queen of Pentacles. And again, that message coming through, not to worry about the financial aspect of change. Your material needs are provided as you follow your intuition and manifest your dreams into reality. Brilliant idea. Yes, your idea is divinely guided. Please take action and bring your idea to fruition. And as I said earlier, that tower moment we saw for many of you is that epiphany that is forcing all of this change. It's your realization that I need movement, I need a new beginning, and you're making the plans to do so. And that world shows that you are on the way to that successful outcome. Prioritize, focus on your highest priorities. It will help you to get organized and motivated. Again, for those of you who are resonating with that message of going back to school, perhaps educating yourself or changing careers altogether. Renew. Nature continually renews itself year after year. And the Ace of Swords is about that fresh start, that realization, walking with my eyes wide open. We have surprises. Under the most ordinary stone is an undisturbed garden. And we have learn. Take a lesson from the owls, deeply observe the night, and you'll become a little wiser each day. Like I said, I feel some of you could be heading back to school or considering going back to school. And if you are, Spirit is saying that that's a very good idea, because it's all about transformation here. Emerge from the beauty and grace from your cocoon. Let's get a charm bowl for you, group number 2. Group number 2, changes a year from now, please, Spirit. Changes coming in 1 year from now. Your life 1 year from now. What will be happening? Oops. Pentacle, Ace of Cups. All of these new beginnings. And Spirit, I talk about that a lot, about how, you know, energy doesn't run in perfectly straight lines or laneways. They don't stay in their own lane. If you are feeling more optimistic about your future, if you have a new outlook, if you're starting new things, that energy, that excitement, that exuberance bleeds into other areas. And that's exactly what I'm seeing in the bowl here today. King of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, the Two of Swords. It's about emotional new beginnings that are created from this turmoil, perhaps, that epiphany, that tower moment, the chaos that comes in and changes everything. We have the King of Pentacles, lots of abundance there. We have the emotional new beginning. And Spirit says it all really depends on whether or not we see it with the Two of Swords. It's our you know, Spirit can dangle blessings in front of us all day long. And, you know, they're saying that you're that beautiful chalice, but you have to be the one to catch them. So it's about taking the masks off and choosing to jump headfirst into new opportunities. Choose number 2, please. Your life 1 year from today. We have the Knight of Pentacles. Sorry, I think of the Knight of Pentacles when I see this stone because of the perfectly lined up markings on the stone. And I always think about those fields in the background of that card. He run. He run. Movement. We have the Empress and the Bull. Motherhood, perhaps, for some of you. We have the Dragonfly. Transformation that you didn't think was possible. We have the Present. Something about December. Specifically, gifts coming in around December. But, of course, Christmas as well. You have gifts at Christmas. We have the Rabbit. The Rabbit is this creature, you know, it's like perspective. This is a creature that kind of lies in the background, but so does the rabbit. It's very much aware of all of its surroundings, kind of a nervous creature, nervous for change perhaps. But we have the key here, this beautiful ornate key, talking about we are the key to our own future. We are the key to our happiness, key to our own enlightenment. And we are the caveats of change that have to force that momentum. We have to be the ones who create change in our own situation. All right, group number 2, that is what I have for you. Your life a year from now. Some big changes coming in for you, but you're being told to have faith and to allow these shifts and changes to come in because it's going to renew you and you're going to have lots of beautiful opportunities for emotional abundance coming in. If this resonated with your situation, I would love for you to subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell. I would love to hear about your story in the comment section. Please check out my links below, but I hope that you come back and visit me here on another day at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a great day. Take care. Hello, everybody. In group number 3, you are drawn to this little purple flower, to this purple butterfly, if I can get him to sit there, or to the frog spirit here. And this is your reading, your life a year from now. What will be happening in regards to love, career, whatever spirit wants to talk about today, what's going to be happening in your life. We have the frog spirit. And the frog spirit often talks about divine feminine energy. So many of you watching could resonate with that message about being the divine feminine. Somebody who is very much, perhaps a lot of like intuitive capabilities, somebody very compassionate, the ability to navigate the spiritual realm with our physical realm. So being able to communicate back and forth. Someone who intuitively communicates with their guides, perhaps. So maybe you resonate with that message. There's a sensitivity about you. 1 year from today. This is a timeless message. So whenever you are tuning in, it's 1 year from whenever you are tuning in. It doesn't matter when it was recorded. 1 year from today, group number 3. Ooh, we've got some big changes. The Chariot here. This is the Alice in Wonderland Tarot, or the Wonderland Tarot, I think. The Chariot, we also have the Devil. 2 major arcanic cards out of the deck to start. 1 year from today, what will your life be like? What will be going on? Eight of Swords. A year from today. The Empress, dealing definitely with the Divine Feminine here with the beautiful Empress here. We have the Four of Cups. So you guys could currently be sitting in a state of apathy when it comes to something in your life. And we're going to kind of delve into it a little bit farther here. But the Four of Cups really talks about a boredom, a state of stagnation that I don't even know if I have the energy to get myself out of. And a year from now, you're going to be thrust into this decision on whether or not you want to free yourself from something. And the Devil with the Eight of Swords really talks about, like the Devil talks about addictions. And we can be addicted to many physical things. We can be addicted to drugs, alcohol, whatever we're addicted to on a tangible level. We know what those things are. And for some of you, you're making the choice to walk away from those things that are holding you back a year from now. You're really putting yourself first, putting yourself up on this pedestal and deciding to jump into a change, a major shift. Now, like I said, that Devil can represent many things that hold us down, that seems really appealing, but is actually very dangerous for us. So it can be addictions to sex as well, or to things like negative self-talk, even anything. So let's clarify that Chariot, please. Change a year from now, your life a year from now. Yeah, you're elevating yourself. You're like, I'm making a change. This night, look at how smug she looks almost. She's like, I'm ruling over myself. I'm going to become, I'm not going to let anything else overwhelm my energy. I'm going to be the leader of my own situation. It's like taking back my power. Clarifying the Devil, please. A new emotional start. Freeing myself. Freeing myself from something that has held me back for way too long. Making big changes with the world here. A brand new world opening up for you. Putting a burden down after a very long time and creating a new gateway to happiness here. Oh my goodness. Four of Wands, Six of Cups. The Six of Cups can even signify that on the other side of this is a beautiful reunion, is some sort of beautiful reconnection or connection with a soulmate energy. It just causes a huge shift for you. It causes a huge shift with the Death card, not about a physical death, but about a change of state, a liberation. Liberating yourself. You are at the helm of all of this movement. The Empress here is creating all of this change. Let's get some clarity here. Maybe I should use a smaller deck. Creating all of this change, that Empress. Let's clarify that Devil and the Page of Cups, please. Taking charge. I just saw the Emperor. So you guys are leaving behind something that has held you back way too long. And it's like you finally, right now you could be stuck in this humdrum apathetic state when it comes to it. And it could have to do with love. It could have to do with finances. And it could have to do with the current relationship you're in, or some sort of addiction that you know you need to give up. And you're stuck in this state of apathy right now. But this is actually a burden that you've been carrying far too long. And you're letting that go. A year from now, you will have stepped into your power. You will have made the decision to create change in your life. Knight of Wands, yeah. You'll have this inspired new energy for change and movement in your life. Pursuit of your passions, being honest with yourself for the first time. For many of you, this could be a physical addiction that you will have given up. You'll have made the choice a year from now to have given up, and you'll be in the process of doing that, creating that beautiful change and success. Being honest with myself about what's holding me back, being at the helm of my own ascension with the Hierophant back of deck. So like I said, that Devil is representing many things for many people in this reading. And this is for the collective, so I'm dealing with lots of different energies. So if you're not resonating with this message, you can try a different pile. But this devil is representing whatever is currently creating that humdrum attitude of apathy, that Four of Cups in the now. It's like it's blinding me because it's such a habit for me. And for some of you, it's something physical, letting go of something physical and creating a brand new beginning. Could be drugs, alcohol, something of that vein. For others, it's like letting go of this idea of lack within myself, and I'm elevating myself. I'm not going to believe the lies that I've told myself forever. I'm going to create a new emotional beginning for myself. I'm going to love myself more. I'm going to put myself on a pedestal. And in that way, when I speak the truth, I'm going to create that beautiful abundance. I'm going to put down these wands and create that beautiful ascension. And there's the Four of Wands coming down as well. Creating a gateway to my happiness. Again, for some of you, this is relating to a future towards my soulmate energy here with both of these Four of Wands down. A reconnection. This ability to free myself from whatever is holding me back right this moment. And whoever, like if you're watching this, you know what's holding you back right now. You know what is the source of your unhappiness or your dis-ease at this moment. You'll be moving towards happiness at that point. You'll be moving towards that which will make you feel fulfilled. And it's divinely guided. And there's that old adage, there's the Justice. If God be for us, who be against us? Four of Cups, there's the apathy though. And the Devil, Five of Cups. For some of you, this Devil is us looking into the past all the time. It's my refusal to see the present as the opportunity that it is for change and evolution in the future. It's always regretting, always allowing my mind to just stay amazed, thinking of the shoulda, coulda, wouldas from the past. But clarity needs to come in for that. We need to shake ourselves free of that emotional tether, and so that we can shift into a state of gratitude, so that we can create happiness, so we can free ourselves from what's bothering us. Let's get some oracle for you. Changes coming in 1 year from now. Group number 3, please. Abundance, but it's all about perspective. It's all about perspective when it comes to abundance. And the path to abundance starts now in the present. Because whatever led us to our lack of abundance or our abundance presently is from the past energy that we've put out there. So how do we create the future? We stay in positive, a state of gratitude in the now, so that we can create, have a plan of action, create that abundance for ourselves. A year from today. A year from today. Complacency. And that's that Four of Cups energy I was talking about. This sense of no control, or I don't even appreciate the good things that I do have because I'm always looking around the corner for something even better. This type of attitude. Knowing that I have ascension within my power, but choosing not to create that movement. Allowing that devil to keep a hold of me. We can free ourselves from those devils. We can create new emotional beginnings, and that's what's coming in for you 1 year from now. We do have impatience. So if you're in a foundation phase right now, you're not happy about that. You don't want to be in the manifestation phase. You want to be in the abundance phase. You want to hear that a year from now you're going to be swimming in a bunch of money and confidence. And here I am telling you that in a year from now you're going to be conquering those demons. And that's a disappointment. But, you know, the beautiful thing about life is that it's actually about enlightenment. It's not about stuff. That's why there's the old adage that you can't take it with you. You know, it's not about what we are gaining on a monetary basis or what we're gaining on a tangible basis. It's about what we're gaining spiritually, the enlightenment along the path. A year from now. Time for a nap. It'll be a time for you to recharge after freeing yourself from all of these kind of all of these burdens that have been plaguing you. It'll be a time for you to recharge and to reevaluate what you want for the future, because you'll be so versed with manifestation by then that it'll be almost easy for you. We do have the Between Worlds coming out, but we also have this card wanting to show, actually these wanting to show itself as well. New life and building blocks. So you're in between worlds right now. It's about embracing that in between, and the, sorry, this your little guy won't want to stay up there. Embracing that in between and all of the beautiful opportunities that the present provides us to create a brand new life. It's a building block. This in-between world is literally the building blocks to your future life. So allowing old habits, old situations, old restrictions to fall away, to allow for the building blocks of something new. A year from today, what will your life be like? Let's move this over a little bit. A year from today, your life. Prosperity. This card has come out all 3 piles. I love that. I love that prosperity is coming in for everyone. Your material needs are provided for as you follow your intuition and manifest your dreams into reality. And that was one of the messages as I was flipping through, that I didn't want you to necessarily worry about your financial stability. This seems to be shifts in your propensity towards things that hold you back from your future, hold you back from abundance or the mindset of abundance. But you have prosperity waiting for you, which is a beautiful message. And that card has come out all 3 piles. Hello from heaven. Your loved ones in heaven are doing fine. Let go of your worries and feel their loving blessings. If any of you are being held back by fear or worry about a loved one who has passed, that is their message, that all is well. Back of the deck. Everything is happening exactly as it's supposed to. With hidden blessings, you will soon understand. This is all leading to transformation within you. This whole reading started with this gateway card, the 4 of Wands, about your ascension towards your happiness, walking through those pillars towards your success, your prosperity, trusting in the process as well. But let's end with a charm bowl. A year from today, what can you expect your life to be like? Group number 3. What more can you tell us, Spirit, in the bowl? Oh, there we go. 9 of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, and the 10 of Cups. Well, it doesn't get very much better than that in the bowl. So all of this change, all of this shifting, all of this release of the things that tether us is actually a beautiful part of your ascension here at the 9 of Pentacles. And it's going to, you know, I talk a lot about how energy doesn't run in straight lines and it doesn't stay in its own lane. It ebbs and flows into one another. And this beautiful ascension within you, your ability to conquer that what is holding you back and that devil, is leading to beautiful opportunities, which in turn will actually lead to your emotional abundance. And that 10 of Cups at the end of the day is profound happiness. It's family. It's feeling secure in myself and in my surroundings and in the people who love me. So leading to lots of beautiful things. A year from now, it's like the building blocks towards this brand new life that you're forming. It is the gateway for your success. Let's get some charms for you. There's the devil with the little skull and crossbones, releasing something that's poison for us, releasing something that we know is holding us back from our truth. M, S, and T in the bowl for letters today. T, S, T, M, S. We have the cassette. So I always think of the 80s when I see that cassette. So maybe for some of you, you've actually been plagued by whatever it is that's holding you back. And honestly, the devil can even be a person. We can be addicted to people. So think of that as well. Since the 80s, perhaps. Maybe you've been plagued with this addiction since the 80s. And we have the shovel because sometimes we dig ourselves a deeper hole. We have the key in the bowl, though, which is a beautiful symbol of how we are the key to our own healing, the key to our own success as well. And we're the ones that are really truly placing all of those blocks one by one on top of each other through our efforts, our thoughts, feelings, and our intentions. And we have the Sacred Heart of Jesus in the bowl. So perhaps you resonate with the Catholic Church or with that type of resignation. All right, group number 3, that is what I have for you a year from today. What can you expect your life to be like? If this resonates, I would love to hear about it in the comment section, even if you have to come back a year from today to let me know what's going on. I would love to hear back from you. But I really hope that you come back and visit me here on another day at the Tarot Cottage. I hope that you subscribe to the channel and you hit that notification bell and the like button. And if you would feel comfortable to share your story with me in the comment section. But I really hope that you have a great day, and I hope you take care. Bye-bye.